right, welcome everybody, and thanks for joining us. If before we get started on our presentation, we're going to be talking today about you know um, is marketing dead? I mean, is relationship sales still a thing? Are we at the point? Has COVID changed the landscape so much that um, everything's become irrelevant? Is relationship marketing still relevant in today's age? Now, um, this is a very important topic, really, because at the end, we've gone through so many changes over the last year and a half now that we have to really take a look at things. But before we get started, I just want to talk about a couple of things. Number one, if you haven't joined our Facebook group yet, please please go ahead, give us there's going to be links in the description below. It's the Home Care Accelerator group, private Home Care Accelerator group on Facebook. Go ahead, check us out, take a look. I give a lot of free trainings. There's a lot of free stuff in there, good information, and all group members get all sorts of discounts on stuff as I post it. All right, and the next thing I want to cover is somewhere in the description box here. We are, we there's a link for the territory optimization masterclass. This is available. There's still plenty of seats. This class is actually, really good, really necessary. And we're going to talk a little bit about why this is all still relevant. There are very good reasons why you want to participate in this class. So here we go. All right. So a couple of things we want to get into here. All right. Oh, here we go. Yeah, love technology, right? All right. So now comes the real question. Is this all still relevant? Are we still in a position where it makes sense to go out there and continue to market our home care agency? Is it something that it makes sense? Is it something that is going to, continue to build? Or has the landscape changed so much that, we no longer have a need to go out and build relationships? Well, I mean, let's take a look at this from a different perspective, okay? Let's look at this from, take politics out of the equation, because everybody immediately wants to jump on politics, and that's cool if that's your twist, but it's not really my thing. So I'm just looking at this as objectively as possible as a business owner. All right. So it was supposed to be 2 weeks to flatten the curve. Great. It's been a lot longer. If you're happy about that, great. If you're upset about it, great. It is what it is. But what it did bring about is a lot of changes in the way we do business. Many states, depending on where you are right now, look, again, I'm trying to be as neutral about the politics behind this as possible. But if you live in certain states, it's wide open. You can go anywhere you want. If you live in other states, it's a little more restricted, and there's everything in between along the way. So as far as home care marketing goes, look, at the end of the day, all this digital stuff is great. I use social media. Hell, I mean, if you're watching this, it's because I've incorporated some sort of digital aspect to my marketing for my business to grow my business. All right. So, and when I work with home care agencies, and as we're trying to figure out and navigate, and throughout all of this, I've always tell them, look, and I have a couple of great people that I work with in the digital space that I refer to happily. Like, here you go and do what you got to do. Create those Facebook ads, create those pay-per-click campaigns, Work with the lead generation services. Let the people that do that stay in their lane, and go ahead and help build your business. That's all fantastic. But at the end of the day, one thing holds true, and it will always hold true, because it's all about the same thing, regardless of whether you're doing traditional business development and marketing activity, or if you are using the newer technology and technological forms of advertising, which is the social media and the pay-per-click campaigns and all of this. You still have to do the same thing. You're building relationships. you know One thing that, if you anyone's ever followed me, taken one of my training courses, anything like that, you'll hear me say it all the time. People build relationships, and it's those relationships that build your business. So what does this all come down to? Well, it comes down to the same basics. You have to get out there. If you're an agency owner, and if you're a franchisee, you get a territory. If you're not, you should build your territory. You need to find within that territory, that geographic boundary where you are. Get out there, figure out who in that area is going to be the best referral partners. How you reach them might change depending on the state you're in and everything else, because of the circumstances. CMS still has visitation policy, no visitation policy. What are you going to do as far as marketing visits? Do marketers count as visitors? Strategic relationships are still going to be what gets you these referrals, because at the end of the day, we are not selling a service. We are not selling a widget. I am not going to sell you this can of soda. I'm not going to sell you. It's not the old job interview. Sell me this pen. Come on. How would you get me to buy this pen? I don't care how you're going to buy the pen. Okay. At the end of the day, we are selling a human to human service. Our service is finding caregivers, people who have that calling, that drive to make sure that others are okay, and we are putting them with the most vulnerable people in our society: the elderly, the infirm, adults with developmental disabilities, uh, pregnant pregnant women, people who have just given birth, all sorts of, people recovering from surgery. These are vulnerable individuals. And when you are in the state of vulnerability, and either you need to find care for yourself, or you need to find care for a loved one, it's still going to come down to how well can you build these relationships. How well how solid are these relationships, and are these people that you've built these relationships with, are they going to go out of their way to refer their people to you? And that's really all it's about, in its very simplest form. Now, there's a lot of strategy involved in this. It's how you craft your message, and what facilities do you want to go after, who's going to be part of your referral network. How are you qualifying all of this? How are you building this out? How are you strategically planning all of it? Now, all of that is a separate topic. But to answer the core question, is traditional marketing, business development, still a legitimate practice? Is it still relevant? I'm going to say yes. It is very relevant. And it's more than just relevant, it is still the lifeblood of your business. If you are in the healthcare space and you need to market your business, uh, private home care, home health services, hospice services, if you are like wound care centers, going out there and marketing your business, if you are in senior living, all of this, your business depends on your ability to build relationships, crafting your message, getting your message out there. Trusted referral partners will always be king. Secondary will be how you build the relationships. through social media, through brand presence, and through proper awareness. All right, so that is our presentation for today. It's a short one. And just remember to join us live every Wednesday and Friday at 1:30 as we discuss one topic or another that's related to home care, or to the senior care space. And thank you for joining us. If you're watching this as a replay on YouTube, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the little notification bell in order to stay on top of all our latest content. And once again, don't forget to check out our territory optimization course coming up, masterclass coming up on January 26th. It's very low cost and it's definitely well worth the investment. And we'll see you soon. And also, don't forget to check out our Facebook group if you haven't already. All right, thanks everybody. You have a great day, and we'll talk again soon.